Do you know how to speak a little bit of German? Could you like Google Translate something and then try to think about it and just say something to me?
They only have like 1%. It's more like French would be the language there in Brussels. In Belgium.
Brussels
Is French. Merci. Is that how you say merci? I don't know. Thank you. Bonjour? No, what is
no.
it?
What did you just
what's hello?
What did you just say? Bonjour? You said bonjour?
Bonjour? What's hello in French?
It's bonjour. I need the replay of that. I need that to be a sound. I need to rip that audio.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Is that better?
This has to be the cold open. I don't know what else. It could.
Bonjour.
Oh my gosh.
For the win! Boom, the open shot. Who gets the play? Are you? Goes for Bonga.
Hello and welcome back to the Eastman Sport Report, your father-son coach-player podcast about the Sacramento Kings and the San Francisco 49ers. I'm your host, Max Eastman, joined once again by my co-host, Steven Eastman.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our father-son coach-player podcast. We very much appreciate you listening.
The only show that has East in the title, but talks about West Coast sports.
That's I never thought about that. But
Yes.
Okay, very good.
Might be a little confusing when you're
Yes.
like, ooh, Eastman Sport Report. I wonder what they talk about. The Niners.
On the West Coast.
Who are these people?
Yes. Well, anyway, we do appreciate all of you listening. Make sure you hit like and subscribe if you're on Spotify. Again, we thank everybody for listening. Please hit like, subscribe, and
Give us a 5-star rating if you're on Spotify.
and leave comments if you're on YouTube.
Yes.
We do appreciate
And
the
Spotify.
comments.
There's comments on Spotify as well.
Leave comments. Yes, we'd love to hear your comments. Tell me when I'm right and Max is wrong. That's always appreciated.
Tell me when I'm right and tell him when he's wrong as well.
Either way, you can tell either both of us were wrong. So anyway, we did not have a podcast after week 2's win against the Saints.
Because you were in Europe.
I was in Europe.
You didn't bring any of your candy with you, though, to the studio. So
No,
that's sad.
We do have chocolate at home. So if you
From Brussels?
From Brussels, the city of Brussels, from Belgium chocolate.
It's very good.
It's very good dark chocolate. So yes, I brought home chocolate from the 2 places from the Royal Seal approval for chocolate in Belgium. So anyway, that was my little cultural experience. And yes, I did find a bar, but they did not have.
They
the
were
Niners
playing soccer. And then
Yes.
you, as the American tourist, went, hey, I got a podcast, man.
Can you please play the Niners game?
Did they laugh in your face?
No, well, one guy said nothing and like left me alone. Then I went to a different bar and I found a guy and he's like, okay, let me go try. And so he literally tried for 10 minutes and you're like, what channel is it? It's on Fox. So he found Fox News, he found Fox Sports. I'm like,
it's just nothing.
No, Fox Normal. And he's like, after like 10 minutes, he couldn't find me. So I went down to the bar next to like a couple doors down and they actually had NFL football going. I think it was the Lions-Bears game. And so I asked, hey, can you put the Niners game on? So they looked, and they're like, no, the only thing we have is the Cowboys. I think that was Cowboys
Was
Giants.
that Cowboys? You should have watched that game.
Yeah, Cowboys-Giants game, which ended pretty fun. And I had the line. So I watched the first half
Yes.
in the bar, and there was a fans, actually some Lions fans and Chicago Bears fans.
Oh.
So I sat with them and watched the first half of the game and had the ESPN app up open, watching the sports like play-by-play.
And, well, didn't
Niners
eventually we
I went to at halftime.
Yes.
I went back to my hotel, which
and
is
then
across the
my mom,
road.
your wife, got on Instagram FaceTime
Yes.
with you and just streamed the video to you that way.
Yeah, so put a tripod up in front of the TV, and I watched the game on my little little phone on Instagram Live. So yes, so I watched the game. I did go back and watch it at home, so I can take notes for all of you listeners out there.
If they lost, you probably wouldn't have taken notes, or gone back and watched it.
Yeah,
but
yeah. So
glad we did.
Yeah, so first off, my notes, lots of red in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was over 50% in New Orleans. Even the New Orleans players were commenting about, hey, in the last drive, that's really loud, and we need to do a better job of making the Saints fans want to be there for Saints get football. So that was kind of cool. Great to see by Niners fans. If we hit the highlights of that game,
Mac Jones.
played really good. We had 3 touchdowns that game.
Mm-hmm.
It was very back and forth. I thought the Niners were going to take control of the game when they went up. I don't think it was 26, but when they went up
26-14.
Yeah, it was a 26-14. No, it was before. I think it was the time before that. I thought they were going to really take the lead.
16-7.
Yeah, when it was 16-7,
Okay.
I thought the Niners were starting to take control. And then I think that's when the Mac Jones interception happened, and then it became 16-14. So, I thought that game was going to be a little bit, and then they went up 26-14. I thought, okay, hey, we got a little bit good enough lead.
Yes.
And then, the Saints came back and scored a touchdown to get it closer.
And then
Bryce Huff
yes.
closed the game out.
Who's your thank the Lord player for the Saints game?
Okay, so we won't play the music for this one, but my thank the Lord player is thank the Lord.
Thank the Lord.
For Mac Jones.
For Mac Jones.
Because he came out and
he balled out.
Yeah. I mean, 3 touchdowns, 200 and something yards.
279 yards. I have it up here.
Yeah.
He was 26 for 39.
What was his rating? I think, was it over 100 or something like that?
Let me...
Well, he had a fumble, so...
His QB rating, what... It says he had a 66.
Well, is that the QB rating or the...
That's the QBR.
QBR. So QBR, the max you get is 100 on that one. Where the other one you get...
Okay, and then the other one...
Uh-huh. So 66 is...
What the heck do you mean versus
50,
NFC?
50 is supposed to be like...
or is this one...
average in that rating.
I'm trying to make sure that I get this right.
Okay.
Because I'm so confused by these way that this shows it.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't show the last... Oh. Why didn't I just go to the stats from the game itself instead of just the... I'm doing great.
Okay.
Mac Jones, rating 113.
Okay.
There.
Yes.
I'll cut it to that point so I don't waste as much time.
We'll go 113. QBR 66. So 113 is really good.
Yes.
Quarterback rating, or that's the traditional. Anyway,
Yes.
Mac Jones balled out.
100%.
Totally needed him. Juan Jennings played really good. He gutted out that game. I mean, he was injured. He played really good.
Juwan Jennings, 5 catches for 89 yards and 1 touchdown.
So there was lots of... The one theme I would say is if you go with the first 3 games.
Okay.
These are such team wins. Like, we pick out a player of the game because that's what we want to do.
agree.
But you're like, in some ways, like, you could say Juan Jennings had a really good game. Mikael Williams, like, his first game, he played solid, but he
Yes.
didn't stand out. He had a couple good tackles for loss. Connor Colby, the rookie. Was it Ben Barch got injured, I think, about 10 plays in. And then Connor Colby comes in and plays like one of the highest PFF grades for the Niners.
Yes.
So, like, Connor Colby comes in and plays really good. D. Winters, like...
D. Winters looks so good this year.
I know. Like, in some ways, you're like, he's way cheaper than Dre Greenlaw. But he's playing like Dre Greenlaw used to play. And Dre Greenlaw is injured at Denver. And you're like, you could almost say, thank the Lord for D. Winters. You're like, thank the Lord that we don't have Dre Greenlaw. And we have D. Winters. Like, he's playing really good.
Yes.
CJ West, he doesn't play as many snaps as the other rookie defensive lineman.
Diamador Lenore?
He drew a holding penalty. So, like, he's actually doing stuff. Marquise Siegel, the rookie safety, he's fast. He's coming and flying around doing stuff.
Diamador Lenore in the Saints game had 4 total tackles and 4 solo tackles and also 1 tackle for loss.
Yeah.
So.
And Fred Warner got Defensive Player of the Week for the NFC. Like, Fred Warner is Defensive Player of the Year.
He had 11 total tackles and 7 solo tackles.
1 tackle for loss and 1 pass breakup.
That's pretty good.
I mean, like, and Nick Bosa had 9 tackles, 1 sack, 1 tackle for loss, 2 QB hits. Like, Bosa, which is on my fantasy team, was
Yes.
doing great that game. So the first 2 weeks, he did great for my fantasy team. So the defense is actually better than I thought.
Yes.
Like, you could say that for all three
Robert
games.
Saleh is the difference maker.
Oh, totally.
If we could say for right now, thank the Lord for Robert Saleh.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes. We kind of knew going into the season, like, he was our biggest free agent signing. Like, he was huge. He was huge. Like,
Yes.
the defense is playing. And also like last year, if you go back a little bit, last year the Niners went into the season, like, everybody was saying in training camp, oh, this is the most talented team the Niners ever had. Like, their backups to backups are like, can't even get on the field, but they're so
Yes.
good. They're deep. Well, yeah, they were old and they got
Yes.
hurt. And they didn't have the fire. Like, these guys are young, but they have some fire.
Yeah.
Like, Upton Stout is a dog out there. And we'll get to
He's
Upton
playing with his heart the entire game.
Oh, yeah. He does make mistakes,
but he's a rookie.
but he usually makes the plays at the end of the game. We'll get to what happened in the Cardinals game in a little bit, but he is making plays at the end of games out there. Bryce Huff is making plays. He made the game-winning ceiling play in the game against the Saints. So, also thought it was interesting to kind of look from a coaching perspective. Luke Gifford,
Okay.
which is the third linebacker. They played a lot of big nickel against the Saints. So they brought in Jair Brown as a safety, playing kind of a 3 safety lineup instead of a 3 linebacker lineup. I kind of would like to see some all 22 of how they deploy that. I haven't broken down the film a lot. I don't have an all 22 film, type of thing. But is from a coaching perspective, I'm kind of curious of, like, how are they doing and bringing in Jair Brown a little bit extra. Maybe I'll find some and bring some stuff in later. But what do they mean by big nickel versus little nickel, which little nickel's Upton Stout, and they bring in Jair Brown instead of Luke Gifford. And, did they do good on those plays versus not? I'll take that as a homework to bring back to everybody.
Yes.
But I think it's very interesting how that Robert Saleh is being creative. That's kind of my point, is he's being very creative and not sticking to, well, Luke Gifford's our third linebacker, and that's what we play. No, he's trying things unique and different, and it's mostly working. So, yeah. Anyway, anything else on the Saints game? I don't want to spend too much time on the Saints game.
I don't have anything else specific for the Saints game.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what I'll say, I'll say after we talk about the Cardinals game, which just happened.
Yeah.
I was going to say for the Cardinals game,
Okay.
the best part about the Cardinals game, it only got interesting when I left the house. I had a meeting that I had to go to.
You had to be there at 4.
I had to be there at 4, so I leave at like 3:30, 3:40ish.
Yes.
And
it was
I
like 6-6, I think, at that point.
Yes, it's 6-6 at that point. And then, like, I'm halfway down, or I'm like, I pull up the audio so I can listen to it, and then I'm just like, I'm driving down, and I get to the first stoplight, and then I hear the Ricky Pearsall catch.
Oh, 4th and 2 catch.
Yes, 4th and 2.
Oh, some
like
of the amazing plays in the game. Like, he catches it kind of off his helmet, shoulder pad, right there. Like, that was a ball and throw for Mac
I was texting you, but like I'm Apple Watch texting you, so I'm like,
he speak the texting.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm not irresponsible when I drive. I swear.
Okay, good.
And then
Your mom was worried about that.
she's like, "How is he texting you?"
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Keep going. Your
Okay,
story.
but like, again, the game only got interesting when I left.
Yeah.
And then I'm at the meeting, and the guy who's hosting it, he's a Niners fan. So we don't start the meeting until the game ends. So we're just sitting there watching on his iPad, and we're just like, if they miss this kick, I'm gonna have a bad day. I'm gonna be in a bad mood for the rest of this. And they didn't miss it, which is great. I'd be in such a bad mood for the entire meeting if they missed.
Can you imagine if Jake Moody was our kicker and he missed that kick?
Oh.
But the whole conversation was after he missed a kick in the first game. This team, is Kyle Shanahan willing to lose a game because of Jake Moody?
And he went after that game, after everything that he'd been through. Nah.
No, I do not have the faith and confidence for Jake Moody to make a game-winning kick.
I have faith that he can be good. Not right now. We can't spare any time for him right now.
No. And I don't want to rehash that too much, but you're like, hey, Eddie Pinheiro.
Eddie Pinheiro?
He's up to number 3 all-time kick percentage. Now, have you heard about his PAT percentage? It's not as good.
Well, he missed an extra point. He had to get the Jake Moody out of his system.
Okay.
And now he's been perfect ever since.
Well, but
So-
in his history, he's really good at 88-point-something% from field goal range
Okay.
for all field goals.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually not that good from PATs.
Interesting.
I know it's a very interesting, weird fact about Eddie
Okay.
Pinheiro,
Okay.
who some people are now calling him Eddie Dinero because he's Mexican.
Yes.
And you
Dinero means money.
know, hey, Eddie Money. Yes. Anyway,
See, Dad can speak other languages.
I can if you watch the cold opening. Bonjour. Merce. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry.
Sort of.
Okay. I don't know.
Anyway, Cardinals game.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I was so stressed for that game.
Because the game started out kind of slow. Like offense goes 3 and out,
Yes.
and then but the Kyler Murray is like time of possession in the first half was horrible. The Cardinals were moving the ball, so the first half ended up 21 minutes to 9, and that was after the Niners actually drove down and like got a field goal.
It took about, hold on, let me get, it took to 8 minutes and 45 seconds in the second quarter for someone to score the first points, and that was the Arizona field goal. So like, oh my gosh, that was a slug of a game. I was. Are you gonna?
Oh, I'm on the wrong game. Sorry, I was looking at something.
You're looking at the Saints game.
Yes.
So
the
again,
Niners, Niners had 2 3 and
Yes.
outs, and they didn't get they didn't get their first down till the second quarter.
I think one of the most.
Yeah, it was the 8-10 mark of the second quarter. They got their first down. Am I interrupting you?
A little.
Sorry, go ahead.
Once again, Mac Jones balled out. He threw 284, 27 for 41, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It was definitely not as good as the Saints game. You're also not playing the Saints, so it's going to be a hard. Cardinals are definitely a better team, but we also held Kyler Murray to 159 passing yards. 159 passing yards. So that's pretty good. And I'm so thankful we have Eddie Dinero.
Is that intentional?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so much more calming to have a kicker that, yes, he missed a extra point, but he's not going to miss just a 20-yard field goal for no reason. I'm so happy. I'm very happy.
You know the one thing I look about how the game went. I felt like going into the game, the Cardinals defense, their strength is their defensive line.
Yes, I agree.
And like you look at some of the players they have on the defense line, and it makes sense, right?
Yep.
So the Niners had to pass the ball, but it seems like they were trying to run the ball at the beginning of the game.
And they were trying, and then they realized that, well, they should pass it because Mac Jones threw for 41 threw 41 times.
And like, and like I've heard other people say, you're like, if the Niners, if teams playing the Niners offense, if they're going to go in there and say, we don't trust you to throw the ball, and they're going to load up the box and run against it, then you have to pass.
And we passed.
And they did. Now,
Ricky Pearsall.
But now I do have to say, did Mac Jones only realize he had 2 players on his team between Christian McCaffrey and Ricky Pearsall for a while?
Probably.
Because Pearsall had he
He
had 8 receptions. McCaffrey had 10.
Yes.
So
the next most was Kendrick Bourne with 4.
And he was signed after week 1. And then you got Jake Tongas, the third string tight end that you don't need to care about. I'm going to keep reminding you of Jake Tongas.
Okay.
There. Then you had Sky Moore had 1, MVS had 1, and Kyle Juszczyk had the 1 touchdown.
Okay, so another thing that's like, Ricky Pearsall had 11 throws to him.
Yeah.
He had 11 targets.
Yes.
Christian McCaffrey had 15 targets.
Yeah.
Kendrick Bourne had 6 targets. So, like, that's not spreading the ball around. And then Jake Tonges had 3 targets, and then Sky Moore, Marcus Valdes-Scantling, and Kyle Juszczyk all had 1 each. So spread the ball out, I guess.
Well, I think the one thing I think that's interesting on this is I'm going back to play-by-play. Sorry, I'm looking at stats here. I don't know if it's play calling. Like, is the play calling going toward McCaffrey and Pearsall, or is it just Mac Jones' decision? Or
Well, Ricky Pearsall is third in the league in receiving yards with 281 through 3 weeks.
and I did predict that he would be leading the Niners in receiving yards this year.
He's only behind Jackson Smith and Jigba and Puka Nacua, by the way, who are both
Great.
in our division.
Yeah, so great company to be having there. But the game-winning drive, and I do have to say, Mac Jones.
Thing of beauty.
Yes, Mac Jones is actually pretty money at these end of half, end of game drives. Like he got a field goal.
I'm so
this
happy
year,
he is our backup quarterback.
Oh yeah, way better than last year, and he's playing more than Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold could have done some of this stuff, but that was a good year for Brock Purdy to be healthy.
Yes,
but like he had a field goal at the end of the first quarter or first half in the Saints game. He had a first field goal led at the end of the first half against the Cardinals here, and then the game-winning drive. It's a funny thing with the game-winning drive, they call different kind of plays where they have these numbered plays. I don't know if you saw in the when he's holding up, he holds up like 4 or 5.
Okay.
And so they have these numbered plays, and they just call it out, and it's kind of predetermined. This is what when you get to the 2-minute drill, these are the plays that you can run that you have for the week, and it's number 4, number 5, number 3, number 2. They call it a number. That's how they line up quickly and call it play. When he did those plays, and you listen to so we said, hey, he threw a lot to Pearsall, McCaffrey, a little bit of Bourne. The game-winning drive, Tongas for 11 yards. Sky Moore, 10 yards.
Okay.
7 yards to Bourne. 11 yards to Bourne. Incompletion, I forget who he was going to. 20 yard to McCaffrey. You're like, he split it around to a whole bunch of different players on the last drive when he's just calling the numbers and just go out there and play. So that's where I'm like, is it really Mac Jones, or is it the play callers the play design going to, hey, it's Pearsall or McCaffrey is kind of the play design. So I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't know if Kyle Shanahan would actually tell us that. But
I have an important question for you.
Yes.
Who's your thank the Lord for player for this week?
This week, in week 3.
Against the Arizona Cardinals.
In the Thank the Lord segment, we want to thank the Lord for Ricky Pearsall.
Amen.
And Fred Warner. I got 2 in this week.
Is this because you didn't do one last week?
Kind of. But I was going back. Okay,
the whole thing is a sham.
So I really loved Ricky Pearsall. It was Ricky Pearsall, Ricky Pearsall. And then you're like, well, wait a minute. Fred Warner's
pretty good.
He's pretty dominant.
So
I'm like, okay, I had to do 2 this week. Sorry.
Okay. I think that if the Cardinals would have won this game, if they didn't have 3 dropped passes that were wide open.
And 2 of them were by Marvin Harrison.
Yes.
He was like a top, 10 pick last year's draft. 2 wide open drops. One of them happened in, I think, the first quarter. Fred Warner messed up. So one Fred Warner mess up.
Yes.
At least we know of. He didn't get back far enough and deep and covering Marvin Harrison as he comes to
and he's wide open.
Wide open.
No one around him.
And then you see Fred Warner circle around him. I wonder what Fred Warner said.
Was he mic'd up?
Was he mic'd up? I want to know.
I sure hope he was.
What he said.
If he was mic'd up, I don't know if they're going to release it.
Yeah, they probably won't release it. But anyway, you're and then they had a running back miss one, and then Marvin Harrison missed another drop.
Yes.
Just wide open plays. I totally
and
I don't think we would have won if they would have caught those passes.
And 2 things. Thoughts and prayers for James Conner, who broke his leg.
Oh, yeah.
And that they showed the video, and it's we're gonna show this once, unlike some Tyrese Halliburton's injury where they show it 8 different times, and that was weird. But we're gonna show it once, and you see it, and you go, his legs should not be that far apart.
Yeah. When his leg just gets crumbled like that, I think it ended up being an ankle, but
yes,
it's okay, here's the one play. If you want to see it, here it is, and we're done. Good job, Fox, for only doing it once.
Another thing, Fred Warner's not Fred Warner. That would be a lot worse. I don't know if it'd be worse. Nick Bosa's out for the season.
Oh, yeah.
Which means you got to find someone new in Fantasy Dad.
I already have DeForest Buckner on my bench, so I'm gonna have to
Well,
pick another
fine,
one. I'll have to pick up
okay.
somebody else.
But
I totally agree.
It's heartbreaking for the Niners because
Oh,
he's I would say Fred Warner's the leader of the defense but Nick Bosa's like the sword in our defense. Like he just comes out and you have to always be thinking about him because if you don't think about Bosa, then he's gonna come and get you.
Like he's so solid. He can play the run and the pass. Like okay, so Bryce Huff came in and played well, but I don't think Bryce Huff can set the edge on run defense
on every single play, like how Nick Bosa does.
Yeah, and like Nick Bosa is just a machine out there. Like he's so good. He's always constantly going in. He's drawing the attention away from the offense.
And also, Nick Bosa walked off a torn ACL.
Yeah. Well, they said in the blue tent, he went off the blue tent, and they did this is after the game. Kyle Shanahan commented that like the sideline test where they couldn't confirm that it was an ACL tear.
Okay.
And then when they did the MRI, you're like, yeah, it's an ACL tear.
Again,
but they also said
he walked it off.
I know, and he actually tried to do high knees of trying to go back in the game. So yeah,
Nick Bosa's crazy.
Oh, he's. But the other crazy stat is, I think I shared this with you, outside the podcast here. He has an ACL tear in 2015 in high school.
Yes.
ACL tear
2020
on the Niners
against the Jets,
and then 2025 again. Now the 2020 on the Niners and the 25, that's two different knees. So it's not the same knee.
Yes.
But still, it's crazy. Every 5 years, he has an ACL tear. Is he going to be on the team in 2030? I kind of hope so.
I'd hope so.
But please don't break another ACL,
But
yeah, I know. They said it was the cleanest tear you could have of an ACL tear, but
that's a good thing?
I mean, the only good thing is it's not an Achilles because Achilles usually slow you down. Like, that's hard to recover from an Achilles.
I agree.
So the good thing it's not Achilles, but the bad thing is he's out for the season. Like, that's just because every other Niners injury, like even Brandon Ayuk is due back. But nobody else was out for the season. Like this is,
I agree.
And he's huge.
I want to say something about that. I found this on Clutch Points from Instagram.
Okay.
So in 2018, the 49ers were the fourth most injured team. In 2019, the 49ers were the sixth most injured team. In 2020, the 49ers were the first most injured team. In 2021, we were the third most injured team. In 2022, we were the ninth most injured team. In 2024, we were the most injured team. Is there some kind of strength and conditioning, or we're just working our players too hard in practice that we're not talking about? Because I don't see this happening to any other team of having two seasons of the most injured team in football in 4 years.
Yeah.
And then always being in the top 10 except for the 2023 season, which was an anomaly, and I love that season so much.
It was really good. But it's a great question. I wish we knew. I wish that the Niners had figured out, is it a practice problem? Is it a trainer problem? Is it I think Kyle Shanahan would love to know, and John Lynch would love to know the answer to the question too. Is there some person that has a voodoo doll of the Niners and he keeps poking
in 2023, we were the 29th most injured team.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that season and everything else is my question.
I don't know. I mean, and the bigger overall scheme question, and the Niners post-game show had this same exact question, Max. Without Nick Bosa, let's just go ceiling. Can the Niners win the Super Bowl without Nick Bosa?
I think they can, but I don't know about this year. Okay. Something else I want to say about this season that I was going to talk about with the Saints game, but I want to save it for now, and it also sort of correlates.
Okay.
We talked about this on the car ride here to the studio as well, is that the Niners, each and every single one of their wins so far, we have been clawing and scratching and winning by the skin of our teeth. And now we don't have Nick Bosa. Why would we stop winning? We have another obstacle in our way. We just gotta you gotta next man up. You gotta keep going.
And then the comments coming out of this is actually out of the locker room.
Yes,
is we would have lost all 3 of these games last year. Like this is a different team than last year. They are coming out and gutting out wins, and I think that all comes back to this rookie class. Like if you go back to this rookie class, I talked about Upton Stout. We did not talk about his awesome play. Like his awesome play saved the game. Like there is no doubt about it. His 3rd and 9. Last play of the defense is on the field, and he goes and rips that ball out. When I watched that play originally, first thought was, oh no, and then you see the ball pop out, and you're like, how did it pop out? And then you see the replay where he's literally catching the ball, and there's actually like I forget the stats. I probably should have saved it, but they're like he had like a 2.7 yards as the I forget whoever the wide receiver for the Cardinals is coming across the field. 2.7 yards of separation, and the ball
as he caught it.
No, when he's throwing the ball.
Okay,
2.7 yards, and as the ball's in the air, Upton Stout is catching up, and just as he catches the ball, he high points, catches the ball exactly like a receiver's supposed to. Like if you still frame that shot, like that should be a catch. Like 99%, that should be a catch. And Upton Stout gets his hand up in there, and as they're going down to the ground, just rips that ball out. Like he is. You see him actually jump, which in the training camp you saw him do this. Like he almost got like parallel to the ground, deflecting a pass. Like he is just a dog. He does not give up. He keeps going.
I think that this is similar with Nick Bosa, Fred Warner being great captains, but this also with Diamador Lenore, who is also a great captain, and it's showing up with the rest of this rookie class that we have. And also, I'd say Bryce Huff as well, and all these players that we've had. This defense with Robert Saleh is hungry. They want to show up.
Yeah. We haven't got to like someone like McCall Williams. He is growing up before our eyes. The one play that we almost got a safety, so that just gave up a safety.
Yes.
Which I think I went back and saw somebody had the clip where the holding actually happened at the 4-yard line, not in the end zone, but whatever.
That's not the point here.
That's not the point there. We won, so it doesn't matter too much. But when we almost had a safety on Kyler Murray, who was the 3 defensive linemen that were pressuring Kyler Murray in the play? Our 3 rookies. C.J. West got first. Alfred Collins pushed him out. McCall Williams got up off the ground and he almost got him on the ground. He was the one that almost got him on the ground. All 3 of them got a pressure on that play. That is the future.
Of beauty.
That's the future of our defense right there. And those 3 rookies all came together on that play and almost got a safety. You're like, okay, even without Nick Bosa, I still think we have hope on the season.
Yes. I don't know about Super Bowl, but I think it could happen. If any team.
Well, let's put it this way. The only way the Niners would get the Super Bowl is if their defense stays in the top 10 and their offense moves to top 5. You need to get the offense back and healthy. I think you need to get Brian Robinson more involved. Like you traded the guy. He has a couple of good plays out there. I think he's by now you should learn the offense by now.
The reason why I want Brian Robinson, I agree with you. Well, he's a good player. I don't want Christian McCaffrey to get injured because he has 77 touches through the 3 weeks.
On pace for 436.
That is
crazy.
That you would get tendinitis in both legs from that.
Exactly. So, like you traded for Brian Robinson. Like you got to find ways to get him the ball, get him on the field more. Like DeMarcus Robinson's coming back. Like you actually in a couple weeks could have a wide receiver problem. Like when will Jordan Watkins, your rookie? He was good in training camp. When's he going to be healthy?
And then you're going to have Juwan Jennings is coming back.
Yeah.
And then Brandon Ayuk is going to come back later in the season.
Yeah.
And also Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
George Kittle is going to come back.
So like, I think
I trust this team.
Yeah.
It's just that they have to keep being hungry. I think that we're going to have to claw out so many wins this season.
Yes.
There's going to be so many games where I'm like, I was so stressed for that game, but it was such a good game.
I think
it's not going to be the 2023 season where we're just blowing out teams left and right.
Totally agree. This is going to be a hard fought season, even though at the beginning of the season we have the easiest schedule out there. I think it's going to be really tough games, and we're entering into a really tough part of the schedule.
Yes,
where the Jaguars might actually be one of the easiest games upcoming. Because after that's the Rams, then it's the Buccaneers, and all those are good. And I think the
Falcons.
Falcons, they were supposed to be good.
Well, they just lost to Carolina, so
maybe. Who knows what? But we're entering into the tough part of the schedule, and I hope Brock Purdy's back. But like the fight in this team is just so encouraging.
I agree.
Love seeing the fight of this team. So, anything else to say about the
I don't
Niners?
think we have stuff specifically for the Niners. But you
Okay.
know what we do have?
What do we have, Max?
We have.
Max's top 5. Are we doing top 10?
We're doing top 10. I have top 10.
I'll say that again.
Yes.
Max's top 10.
Thank you. I don't have a sound effect for that. Probably next week. I'll probably do it next week. But
Okay.
I've just felt like my top 5 is a little too short, a little bit too samey every single week. Because I remember last year when you get to like week 10 and like the top 5 doesn't change for the rest of the season. I want to have a little more flexibility in it. So,
Okay.
and the best thing is we still got week 3 chaos.
Yes, we do.
Number
It is-
10.
It is chaos. Oh, we're going from backwards.
Yeah, why would we start at the top?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to wait for the number 1.
Okay.
Number 10. You got the Indianapolis Colts.
Yes, they're 3-0.
How? I remember at the start of the season, I said, if I've ever seen a team that would win 4 wins, it would be this Indianapolis Colts. Daniel Jones, who are you? Who are you and where did you come from?
Well,
you are not the same person that you were in New York. And I don't know how it happened.
Well, have you heard about the latest thing that came out of the news? So Saquon Barkley left the Giants. What did he do? Led the league in rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier McKinney leaves the Giants. What did he do? I think he led the team or led the league in interceptions last year. Daniel Jones leaves the Giants.
He's 3rd in passing yards right now, behind Geno Smith, who I don't know what the heck they do with Geno Smith. They just love passing the ball whenever he's the quarterback. And Justin Herbert, who's pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
good. That's good company to have.
Yeah. So you're like Daniel Jones.
Indiana Jones, you look pretty good.
When
I think
they
that you
picked him over, was it Richardson?
Anthony Richardson, yes.
Yeah. When they picked him in preseason, I was like,
Okay,
Really?
I guess. Sure.
but man,
but
he's balling.
sure. They saw it. We didn't. Okay.
Okay.
And then number 9, I got the Niners.
Okay.
Because I think that if we played a lot of these teams that are above us, we're either going to lose or, like we said, we're going to have to claw out a win by the skin of our teeth.
Yeah,
It's got to be a war for the rest of the season for the Niners.
Yeah.
The Niners are pretty good, but like, I don't know.
I mean, we just keep skating by these wins, which in the NFL, every win is hard to get.
Yes.
Totally agree. And a win is super important, and you're 3-0. And I think they have their offense can get better.
Yes, I agree.
But right now they're not. So
Definitely being carried by Robert Saleh in our defense right now. And then number 8.
and just for people thinking if Max is being a homer, if you go look at the Athletic has the Niners at 4. So
that is way out of proportion for me.
I think that's a little
is way
too
out of my
high.
pay grade.
But just out of we're not as high on the Niners as
Yes,
Athletic is.
yes.
And then ESPN has the Niners at 11. So we're in between. Anyway, keep going.
We're
Max.
closer to the ESPN than we are Athletic. But
Yes.
okay, number 8. I got the Washington Commanders.
Still have okay.
Because they played, the only game that they've lost so far this season was against the Packers, and Packers are pretty good.
Yeah.
I used to have the Packers a little bit higher, and then they lost against the Browns, so you gotta get pulled down a little bit for that. But the Commanders are pretty good. Jane Daniels still balling out. Deebo Samuel's actually doing stuff.
They actually won against the Raiders without Jaden Daniels.
Yes, Marcus Mariota balled out against the Raiders. Now, the Raiders are probably one of the worst teams in the league, but that's not the point here.
Yeah, Commanders looked really good.
Yes, I agree.
Dominant win over the Raiders. Good job, Commanders. Okay.
Tarek McLaurin, if I could trade for you, I would. I think he's way better than Juwan Jennings. I think he's way better than Brandon Ayuk.
Is he better than Ricky Pearsall?
Yes.
Probably.
Anyway, moving on.
Okay.
At number 7. So this is the part of the season where I'm like, I don't really know if they are this good or bad, but because of records, I have to put them out like this and put other teams above them. At number 7, I got the LA Rams.
Okay.
Now they're pretty good. They're really good, actually. The only reason why they're not 3-0 is because they got a blocked kick.
I know.
Or they had a kick blocked, but they were this close to beating the Eagles, the former Super Bowl champion.
They were up in that game.
And they were up, and then they let the Eagles come all the way back, which is why I bumped them down here.
Yeah, so I think if I was going to rank it, I'd probably put them a little higher.
Which last week, or 2 weeks ago, I had them at number 3.
Yeah. I think the Niners, when they play the Rams in Week 5 on a Thursday night, that's gonna be a tough game.
Uh-huh.
Like,
especially on a short week.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be tough. Anyway, so keep going. Number 6.
Number 6, I got the Buccaneers. You
Okay.
did almost lose against the Jets, but you didn't lose. I think that's the most
Yeah.
important thing. You got a blocked kick.
Yep.
Apparently, that's a common thing now, especially in week 3. But that's not that's besides the point. You came back and you won the game off of that. I thought the Jets were about to put the nail in the coffin with that, but Buccaneers. I trust Baker Mayfield. I trust Mike Evans. I trust their offense. I trust their defense. So I think the Buccaneers are pretty good. When the Niners have to play them, it's going to be a hard game. Number 5.
Yes.
I got the Packers.
Okay. Okay.
You are the Green Bay Packers. You blew out the Lions.
Mm-hmm.
You blew out the Commanders.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams that are on this top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go and score 10 points on the Cleveland Browns
No.
and lose the game.
I do have to say the Browns have a really good defense.
I don't care if the Browns have a really good defense.
But you can't let them score.
You can't let them score more than you.
No. You're like,
So
Yeah.
I still believe in the
Yes.
Packers. I
Yes.
just think this is one of those games you're like, how did we, that at the end of the season, we're going to look back and go, how did the Browns win that?
yep. Mm-hmm.
And the answer is blocked field goals and blocked field goals, honestly. I think that's the main reason.
Okay.
Anyway,
Number 4.
number 4.
Yes.
Arguably, they could be a little bit higher, but I think because they've lost a game that I shouldn't put them above other teams for this. I got the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
They beat one of. I just realized they don't have the Ravens in the list.
I was wondering where you're going to have the
Well,
Ravens
they're
on the
1
list.
and 2. So
And-
if you win one more game, maybe.
Well, the funny thing is and we talked about this in the car right over here, is the Chiefs play the Ravens this
Yes.
coming week, and one of them is going to be 1-3.
Please be the Chiefs. Please be the Chiefs. Please be the Chiefs.
I kind of think it will be. But anyway, okay, so you have
I got the Detroit Lions at number 4.
number 4. They're 2-1.
They're- Now,
I was
they're-
I was kind of shocked at how good they played against the Ravens.
mhm.
But then the Ravens, like, they used to have a really good defense.
Yes.
Like, are the
Uh-huh.
Lions' offense that good, or is the Ravens' defense that bad?
I think the Ravens, they're really bad at swallowing, which means they choke a lot.
You're just talking about Derrick Henry at this point.
Well,
right?
Derrick Henry, you're really, really good at football.
Uh-huh.
You rushed for almost 200 yards against who did they play first game of the season?
Was it Buffalo?
I think it was Buffalo. And then you fumble the ball to lose your team the game.
Yeah.
And then you can't gain a first down as well. And then you go and do basically the same thing against the Lions. I hate to, and you also had another fumble against who did they play week 2? I forget.
The Ravens, they won.
I know they won.
I forget.
You won the game, but you also fumbled. So you have 3 fumbles in 3
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah,
Derrick
yeah,
Henry.
Yeah.
Do you need glue in your hands?
But-
do you have too much glue in your
I don't
hands?
know, but if you go back to the Lions, like you see,
Yes, the Lions. The
three
Lions
or-
are
This is 3 or 4. Are they 4?
what?
What are they in the ranking? Are they third?
They're 4.
They're 4. Okay.
Mhm.
Dan Campbell, when he
Dan-
played the Niners in the NFC Championship
Mhm.
game, 4th down and go for it.
Yes.
Horrible decision.
Mhm.
Against the Ravens, it
4th
was
down, go
4th
for it.
down.
Great decision. Well,
What were you thinking? You're like, okay, so most teams are like,
you were on your own. What was it, like 48-yard
well,
line?
you're right around midfield.
And if the Ravens go and kick a field goal, they would go up.
Yeah, if you don't get
Mm-hmm.
it, they only need about 10 yards to get a field goal to win. Well, you were up by about 8 at the point. Or, yeah.
Yes.
No, you were up.
Not the point. Not the point here.
You were up
What
by
are you
7.
doing? What are you doing?
You were up by 7 at that point, and you're like, they go for it. You get a 20-yard pass.
Sure.
I'm like,
I guess. I wouldn't call it.
I know I wouldn't call it.
Are you playing Madden over here, Dan Campbell? What are you doing?
The only thing I do have to say is it didn't work in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
but I think he's trying to get the mindset of we go for a 4th down, and so that we can do it in the playoffs and do this type of crazy
Okay.
stuff in the playoffs. I think he's trying to condition.
I
his
just
team to
think
do it.
no. That's just what Dan Campbell does, Dad.
But it is.
He's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
But-
He's just a
Yes. Lions at
Anyway.
number 4.
Okay.
Moving on.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I'd put them up here. That's the funny thing.
Okay.
Like ever in my life. I got the LA Chargers. Have they chargered this season yet? No. And I think that's a great thing.
It's Harbaugh.
It is Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
They went out and convincingly beat the Denver Broncos, a division rival. They went out and demolished the Raiders, and they also, I would say, arguably demolished the Chiefs. And then the Chiefs tried to do Chiefs things and come back in the 4th quarter, but you're down a lot, so you're
Yeah.
not going to come back by then. But the Chargers are pretty good. Justin Herbert, you look really good. And also, who taught Quentin Johnson how to catch a pass? He could not catch a. I'm trying to think of something that's really easy to catch. A basketball? He could not. He's finding a needle in a haystack right now is what he's doing. And he couldn't even find a green tennis ball in bluegrass. I don't know what I'm saying, but I think this metaphor makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense as a metaphor. Blue tennis ball in green grass.
Okay.
Now he's finding a needle in a haystack.
Sure.
He's catching more.
Sure. I'll go for it.
Put that on a sweater.
Is that like the other one, like like our what did you say in our preseason preview?
It's like the merch that we'd have.
Yeah. No. You said something at the very end of the episode, and I turned up laughing.
Go drink a shoe.
Go drink a shoe.
Yes.
That's Max's analogies. Stay tuned next week for Max's unique analogies.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, Chargers are pretty good.
Yes.
I don't know what else to say for them.
Okay.
Bills are number 2.
Okay.
Buffalo Bills.
They're pretty good.
I don't honestly. I think 1 and 2 are like the first team and the second team
yeah.
are like right there. I think they're right
Yeah.
there. But the Bills are pretty good. They did almost lose, or it was not almost lose. It was a close game against the Dolphins. They didn't almost lose, but it was a close game. It's a division rival, and it was a short week, so I'm going to give them a little bit of a pass.
The division games are usually closer than expected.
Yes, I agree.
Right? Yeah.
Like the Cardinals and Niners game, for example. But
you still won.
yes.
Yeah.
So
So
Bills are really good, though. Is my thing. They've beaten really good teams. So like the Ravens, I was fully considering putting them in the top spot week 1, but like I just can't do it yet because of who's at number 1. How do I say no to the team who's undefeated right after they won a Super Bowl?
it's pretty tough.
It's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I could put them down, but they came back down like 14 points against the LA Rams. So at number 1, I got the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
They're just the best team in the league. I don't know what else you want to say. The only criticism I have is that Jalen Hurts needs to throw the football more. I'm like, but they're winning games, so do they even need to?
Well, when they needed him to throw, he did.
Yes.
And they did pretty good job. So the one thing I do to say is thank the Lord we don't play the Eagles this season until the postseason.
Amen for that right there.
Okay.
Okay, and for a recap, I have Colts at 10, Niners at 9, Commanders at 8, Rams at 7, Bucks at 6, Packers at 5, Lions at 4, Chargers at 3, Bills at 2, Eagles at 1.
Okay, so there's that segment. Are we ready for our last segment here?
Yes, we are ready for... Wait, I'm just trying to remember. Yes, we are ready for our Primetime Picks, where we pick out the primetime games and also the 49ers because, the
Niners.
49ers podcast.
So, yes, thank you very much for the music here.
And who's our Thursday night matchup, Dad?
Thursday night matchup is Seattle at Arizona.
NFC West matchup.
So
right
2
here.
weeks in a row, NFC West matchup. So the Niners will be next week's NFC Thursday night game.
Okay.
Okay, Seattle at Arizona. Oh, got to recap next week's game, or last couple weeks, where we stand.
Oh, for our primetime picks.
Yes, for
Yes.
our primetime
Okay.
picks.
I was like, what do you mean? We just talked about the Cardinals and Saints game.
So we both in week 3 went 3-1.
Yes.
Max did 5-0 in week 2. I was 4-1.
I'm just built like that.
And so I, of course, was up after the first week by 1. So we're both at 10-4. So, okay. Seattle at Arizona. You get to go first, Max.
I think this is going to be a close game. Obviously, it should be a close game because, excuse me, but obviously it's a divisional matchup, but it's 2-1 team against another 2-1 team. And it's going to be a bloodbath out there, honestly. It's a short week. It's going to be very close. But I do see both teams winning this. I don't see a tie coming out, but I do see that both teams could win this.
Totally agree.
But in my opinion, I think the Seahawks are the better team.
Okay.
What do you have?
I did write this down before you said it. I picked the Seahawks as well. Niners have played both, but I just trust the Seahawks more. It's probably I trust Sam Darnold more than Kyler Murray.
I agree.
I trust Smith and Jigba,
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Jackson Smith and Jigba more than Marvin Harrison Jr. on the Cardinals after he just dropped 2 wide open passes on the Niners. Connor, the running back, is
I also
out.
trust the Seahawks defense way more. I just kicked my chair thing, so I went down a little bit. Hold on. And back up.
Okay, so yes.
I trust the Seahawks defense way more than I trust the Cardinals defense.
Yeah. So in all that stuff, I trust Seattle a little bit more. I don't like Seattle more than I do the Arizona Cardinals, so I don't like picking Seattle.
Yes.
But I do think Seattle's going to win, even though it is in Arizona. And usually the Thursday night game, the home team has a little bit more of a thing there, a little more of an advantage.
Yes.
Agree with you. Arizona could totally win this. It's a divisional game. They played the Niners really tough.
But so did the Seahawks.
So did the Seahawks. But I do feel Seattle's going to win this game.
Okay. Moving on. Who do you have for the Jacksonville Jaguars at the 49 at the what the heck did I at this how do you feel about the Jacksonville Jaguars at Levi Stadium? And also clarification, we're already doing 5 games. We're not going to talk about the London game, which is
It's not a prime time.
it's not a prime time.
So we're not covering it. It is
Also,
its own time slot.
I'm also probably
Listen.
asleep when the game starts. So
Yeah. Okay. So Niners Jaguars Sunday afternoon game, but it's a Niners game.
yes.
I
I could see this as a trap game is my thing. Because I'm pretty sure Brock Purdy is going to come back for this week because he looked really good, really healthy in training, in practice before the Cardinals game. But again, I think the Niners are being more cautious with injuries this year and started trying to force people out. So I think they were like, no, you're going to rest an extra week to make sure that you don't injure anything more. So I think that was a smart decision. And also we won. So again, that was a smart decision. But
yeah, so you're going to get DeMarcus Robinson back from suspension.
Yes.
So you already get one receiver back. I'm expecting Brock Purdy back. And so Juan Jennings also might be back. So like your offense should look way better than what you had.
I agree.
It's not just Ricky Pearsall and Christian McCaffrey out there anymore. And with with Brock Purdy, I think you can do it. So I think it's gonna be another Ted Nailbiter game. I like it's gonna be another game. It's a 1-possession game at the end, and our defense has got to step up. Like,
or our offense is going to have to step up.
Like game 1, it was Bosa with the strip sack fumble.
Like
Huff got it.
Yes.
And then Upton Stout in the last game got the rip out to give the ball back to the offense. I think it's gonna be another game like that, but I do see the Niners pulling out the win. Trevor Lawrence is number 26 in quarterback efficiency out of 35 qualifying quarterbacks. So their offense is not doing great, but their defense is definitely shows some threats to the Niners. Like their edge rushers, Josh Hines Allen and Trayvon Walker are both really good. Now, the funny thing is the Niners' interior offensive linemen, with Pooney's a little bit injured, Colby's a little bit injured. They didn't They didn't do as good in this last game, but their edge rushers are good against Jaguars. But that also goes against our better offensive linemen, McKivitz and Williams. So I hopefully that helps balancing out and give Brock Purdy some time or Mac Jones.
But I also picked the Niners. So.
Yeah, so I do think it's going to be really close. Yes. Okay. So we're both going
and
Niners
then
in that one.
Sunday Night Football, Packers in Dallas against the Cowboys. How many? You asked me this, and I answered. How many sacks do you think Micah Parsons is going to get? I think Micah Parsons is going to come in with rage.
Well, and okay, so you got Dak Prescott.
Yes.
He's a decent mobile quarterback, but not like a mobile quarterback. You know, like you running. Okay, he can get around. Who's he throwing the ball to? CeeDee Lamb's injured.
Yeah. George Pickens and company.
Yeah, like first off, the Cowboys' defense not good. Then you take CeeDee Lamb off the offense.
Not good.
Like this game's going to be a blowout in my opinion. It's not going to be close.
I agree.
So
if you wanna preview for this game, check out was it 2 years ago or last year the Packers at Cowboys game in the playoffs? Ooh boy, just go check that out and then turn it off in like the fourth quarter because that's when the backups got put in for the Packers. But it's gonna be an ugly game to watch if you're a Cowboys fan.
And also the Packers just lost to the Browns and their offense looked bad. Like they're gonna want to come out and show that they can play better.
They want to go punch Dallas in the mouth.
Yes. Or they're just going to say thank you, Jerry Jones, for Micah Parsons.
Give him polite handshake and hand them a bomb. Anyway, moving on to the Monday Night Football doubleheader.
Okay.
Starting off, we have the Jets at Miami.
Now, first off, why did they pick this for Monday Night Football? At the
they-
beginning of the season, did either of these teams?
Well, they're both big market teams, I think is the main point. Because
And if-
it's
and if
New
you're-
York City and it's Miami, which are two of the bigger cities in
and it's
U.S.
an East Coast game, so you're playing that first. Okay. And you had to pick something.
Yeah, you have to pick something. I agree.
Yeah.
But is this trash versus garbage?
I mean, the Jets are probably playing better.
Can they both lose?
So this is actually tough because Miami's starting to play better. After their first week one,
In week 2,
they were a little better than week 2 because I think, but then they played Buffalo last week.
yes.
And they actually kept it close. It was like it was 21-21 in that
Yes.
game. So Miami's starting to get stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
And how good are the Jets doing?
The Jets aren't the greatest team, but they're not the worst team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
They're
Okay.
probably the second best team that's 0-3, in my opinion, next to the Houston Texans.
Yeah, but you're 0-3.
Yeah. And also, how are the Houston Texans 0-3? Is a question that needs to be answered.
Here's an interesting stats. Both the Jets and the Dolphins, and neither one of them have a takeaway. So will there be a turnover in the game? So one team will get its first takeaway in the game.
Interesting. Okay. Moving on.
We got to pick who's your winner. I don't even know who to pick on
You
this
got to flip
game.
a coin and it'd be close.
I
I want you to go first.
have to go first.
You go first.
Yeah.
I already chose who I'm gonna do. Because I choose before we start recording, so I can get like my opinions on how to do this. You just wing it.
Usually I do pick before, but this time I did not have the time to do that. This is tough. I do not know.
Do you want me to say mine first?
I'm gonna go Dolphins just because
Okay,
they're at home
okay.
and they're getting better.
I think that's a good thing because I picked the Jets because
Okay, good.
I am still I am a believer that Justin Fields can get better, and I think he is doing better, especially because he's not on the Bears. I almost said Browns, but like that's the same situation.
Yeah.
But he looked good on the Steelers. Justin Fields looked good in the Steelers. I think he finally got out of the terrible situation he was in, so he's actually like being more of the quarterback he was at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Which is good. So
I totally, like I said, I had a hard choice. I do think the Dolphins will finally start looking better.
one of these teams will get their first win.
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes.
If they don't tie.
That'd be funny.
Please tie. Please, God, it'd be so funny.
That would be so funny. Okay,
Moving on.
Last game, last Monday Night Football
Cincinnati
game.
Bengals in Denver in Mile High Stadium.
So Burrow is still going to be out.
Yes.
So you have Jake Browning.
From
Folsom High School.
yes.
Okay.
I had Joe Burrow on one of my fantasy leagues, and I dropped him because I ain't dealing with that wasted IR spot.
Okay.
Goodbye. But did you see how the Bengals looked against the Minnesota Vikings?
Yeah, they looked bad this past week.
They looked.
Wasn't it 48-3 at one point?
They looked bad. They
Yeah.
looked like the Carolina Panthers out there. They were that bad of a cat. I'm just saying stuff right now, man.
Because the Panthers just beat the Falcons 30-0.
Yeah.
So if you look like the Panthers, maybe you come back and win this game because
No.
you look like the Panthers. And this week you're 30-0.
But I also just think that the Broncos.
Okay.
If this had Joe Burrow, this would be a way closer game. This is.
I'd actually probably pick the Bengals if Joe
I
Burrow
agree.
was playing.
I agree. But
And Jake Browning is decent.
he's not terrible.
Yeah.
He's been good before for the Bengals
Yeah.
and filling in for Joe Burrow. But you're not Joe Burrow, buddy.
And I got Jamar Chase on my fantasy team, so I'd like him to actually do some good.
But I got the Broncos.
Yeah, I got Broncos too because you're like, I do not trust the
Okay.
Bengals right now because I don't know where they're at. So
We're similar.
We have 4 out of the 5 games we picked the same.
Man.
Sorry, we need to pick a little bit different than that. I'm glad I at least picked the Dolphins in that game, so we get a little bit different on this week. Like the Seattle, Arizona, and the Niners Jaguar games are the probably ones that are going to be the closest. But I still don't want to change either one of those picks. So, okay. So that's our primetime picks for the week. Hope you enjoy our little music that we've added to both our 2 segments that we have. Okay. Anything we need to wrap up here as we wrap up our
One
Week 3.
thing, if someone could contact us and tell us how to use a Rodecaster Pro 1, I looked up and I found out what it was, a Rodecaster Pro 1, and be able to use it on video calls. Because next year, I'm most likely going to move out of...
Go away to college.
Go away to college. So... If
We'll figure it out.
if the place I'm going to should have a podcasting room, and I'm going into a creative field, so
Okay.
or planning on going to, I'll say planning on going to.
He has big dreams.
Lord willing, I'll be able to go to these colleges that I'm thinking
Okay.
of. But
So yes, we'll plan on keeping our podcast going, even if Max has to move. Okay, so
and I have to buy NFL Sunday ticket probably.
maybe you better have a job by then.
Sad days.
Yes. Okay. Kings news. I think
Kuminga watch day 104. What the
nothing's happening.
Warriors, you suck at whoever is the Warriors GM. I don't even care who it is at this point. You suck at your job. You have not made a single move, and you're like 2 weeks or 3 weeks away from training camp.
No, well, the Kings
Media day is next week.
Is Monday, so it'll be before our next podcast.
So like,
So we might actually
I am going to talk about this. Sorry for the abrupt Kings news. If I could like change into this, are you stupid, Golden State? You said that you're not going to trade him because you're afraid that he's going to be a superstar in Sacramento. Why aren't you paying him like he is one then?
Well, then, but they don't even play him.
And you don't play him in the first place. So
Yeah.
why don't you trade him? He's just going to leave your team next year.
Yeah, he so wants to be done.
He's contacted the Kings, and it's like, if the Warriors let me be traded, I am going to Sacramento. And the Kings have talked. Scott Perry has talked to him and said, we want you in Sacramento. We're going to make you a star. We're going to give you all the things that you'd ever imagined. And the Golden State Warriors are going, nah, I don't really feel like it.
Well, yeah. I don't want to get into it, but
Just a little bit of a crash out because there's literally nothing else to talk about for the Kings.
Yeah, there is a
Dennis Schroeder. He won the EuroLeague MVP and the EuroLeague championship, so he might be better than expected. But he's he's really only good when he plays for his country.
That's kind of weird. We'll have to see how that happens. Like, can the Dennis Schroeder
can
that
we
plays for
put
Germany,
a German flag on his back? I think that'd make him play better. Put it on his jersey.
I don't
Just a
know.
little stamp.
Yeah, like. Do we need to?
Do we need to sing the German national anthem before every game?
If it makes him play like he does and we get wins,
Yes.
I'd play the German national anthem for him.
I got nothing against Germany.
Yeah.
Except for they did in World War II, but that's besides the point.
Then nothing now in 2025.
Yes.
Nothing against Germany right now.
They seem great right now.
Yeah. So anyway, maybe they might come.
Before we finish,
Jonathan Kuminga. So we're probably next recording our podcast maybe Tuesday next week, which is I think 30th.
Yes.
October 1st is the deadline if he has to sign his qualifying offer. So we may or may not have news on Kuminga by next week. So hopefully we do. So to wrap up here, thanks everybody for listening. We thank everybody for being part of our Eastman Sport Report and our lovely podcast.
Like, comment, subscribe. If you like the video, please like the video. If you want to see more, subscribe, follow, give us a 5-star rating.
If you don't like it, then tell us.
Do all the above.
Yeah.
If you think that we have the worst takes known to man, do it.
Yeah, if you
say so. If
we have
Be
the
a
best
man.
takes, we'll do it. Okay.
Okay, but
Thanks,
if
everybody, for
you
listening.
want to contact us, our Instagram handles are below our little heads.
So if you want to see my pictures from
Your
Brussels,
trip to Europe,
yeah, you can see my pictures from Brussels over there.
And then my I used to have a series of me touching grass, and then it didn't get engagement, so I stopped posting about it. But I just tried to do stuff.
Go touch some grass, Max.
I play soccer, Dad. I feel like that's the most touching grass I can do.
Okay. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll see you again next week.
Bye.